Hallo meine Lieben und herzlich willkommen zurück zu einer weiteren Folge von Call of Juarez Gunslinger. Ihr hört es wahrscheinlich gerade, ich bin ein bisschen platt, aber ich habe schon Bock irgendwie gerade aufzunehmen, deswegen mache ich das einfach, bis ich irgendwann sage, komm, jetzt geht's nicht mehr. Ja. Und so, mein Gott.
So was the bastard you were after now riding with the cowboys?
Roscoe.
Oh, ich darf nicht dahin.
So was the bastard you were after now riding with the cowboys?
Roscoe Bob Bryant was his name.
Oh.
But no, this time it was a different bastard I was after. The aforementioned Mr. Ringo. I came upon them robbing a stagecoach, which wasn't surprising, being they were such murderous thieves and bastards. The bandits wore red scarves, so I knew they worked for the old man.
Over there! There! ¿Quién carajo es ese hombre?
I did
Oh mein
my
Gott.
best to help those poor passengers.
Tanzschuss, schön. Nein, ich dachte, ich nehme noch mal schnell ein bisschen auf.
Moments later, the attackers were dead, and I checked the stagecoach to see how many passengers were still breathing.
Nothing.
None.
None.
It was then I wondered if the rocks weren't hiding more bandits. Was that all of them? Or did I just hit the rear guard? I quickly got my answer. They attacked from on high like Apaches often did.
Sehr gut.
They would appear in great numbers from above and rain down lead on their hapless enemies' heads,
Komme ich hier weg?
making use of the high ground and whatever else they had. Yep, the Apaches always appeared out of nowhere, and there never seemed to be an end to them.
Hold on. Were you
Okay.
attacked by Apaches? What happened to the cowboys?
Did I say they were Apaches? I said Clanton's cowboys attacked me Apache style. I was in a pitched battle, but I was holding my own against an overwhelming enemy force.
So, darf ich jetzt auch noch mal was sagen? Ja, nein.
See, at the time,
So,
I was still pretty green and would often blunder into regrettable situations.
ich jetzt hier rüber.
But I just kept shooting at anything I could see up in those damn rocks. I didn't see Ringo, but I knew he was with the cowboys. He and Roscoe Bob had done me a dreadful wrong, and I was determined to have my revenge. But to get to Ringo, I knew I'd have to fight my
schon
way
nachladen.
past these other
Kurz gucken.
assholes first.
So,
Unfortunately, I was running out of ammo. Another perfect example of my relative inexperience as a hunter of men. I immediately knew that a tactical retreat was called for, as my vengeful fury was much less impressive without the bullets to back it up.
ja, ich suche noch. Du bist noch da, du bist noch da, du bist noch da.
Finally, they managed to corner me. Trapped as I was, the odds of my survival seemed pretty
Yeah.
slim. Luckily, serendipity was on my side as I suddenly spotted a way out of my predicament.
Oh ja, Glück gehabt.
Stand and fight, you coward!
I ran ahead
mich langsam
as if the
Muni.
devil himself was after me. Bullets were whizzing by my ears, but I wasn't about to roll over and die. I just kept running like there was no tomorrow. Because there wouldn't be if Clanton and his men caught up with me. As I was scurrying around those caves, I thought, what was I thinking? Going up against a gang like this?
Okay. Sieht aus, wenn wir sie los sind.
I just kept running, not knowing where the hell I was going.
Gut. Dann habe ich halt gar keinen Schuss mehr.
And that's when something miraculous happened. Like manna from heaven. I found the desiccated remains of what looked like an Apache warrior. The old weapon next to him supplied me with some much-needed ammunition.
Would somebody
Bat Masterson once told me it was more
So.
important to be lucky than good. And
Oh
he
Gott,
would know.
da will ich nicht runter. Schnell noch mal ein bisschen Munition
And
nachladen.
imagine my surprise when I found a fistful of dynamite to go along with that ammo.
So,
That stroke of good fortune evened the odds and bolstered my confidence. It was time to turn the tables. Time for the prey to become the predator. Time for the hunted to become the hunter. Time.
All right, Jesus, we get it. They were right where you wanted them.
That's right, Jack. I was done running. And the old man's boys were not expecting that. No, sir. I came at them like a wildcat. My fury knew no bounds. It was finally time for that old man to pay for his sins.
Gott. Ich kann mich noch an die Stelle erinnern. Old Man Clanton. Ganz gut, dass ich nicht so viel reden muss gerade. Bin ich
I
ganz
yelled
ehrlich.
out at the top of my lungs, Clanton, I'm coming for you! A little stealth might have made more sense, to be perfectly honest. Because that old fool had a Gatlinggun and enough bullets to last him till kingdom come. But I knew I could not let that deter me. Not if I was to find and kill Ringo. I needed to get that old man off that gun.
Sehe ich ihn eigentlich schon von hier?
I gotta reload.
Glaub nicht, ne?
Would you just
Au, 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 au. Geheimnis entdeckt, das ist sehr gut.
blow your eye? Why are you so afraid to face me, huh? You're one stupid
Most
dumb
everyone thought it was the Ruales who had come up against him in Guadalupe Canyon, but it was
man.
just
Your trap's
me.
jammed again. Waste the
Kann ich ihn einfach so?
goddamn boat. Scatter! You murdering bastard! What'd I ever do to you?
Warte mal ganz kurz hier.
Do I gotta reload again? I don't know how you live this long.
Nein! Nein, ich dachte, ich bin schon wieder hinterm Stein. Ich war aber nicht. Oh, es ist unlucky. Egal, nochmal. Wo bin ich?
They're gonna bury you in a million pieces. These are good men you're killing.
Natürlich ganz unten.
Waste the goddamn boat. You felt that one? Try me instead, you coward. What'd I ever do to you? Oh. Would you just die? I don't know how you live this long.
Warte.
You're one stupid sumbitch.
Kopfschuss.
Apparently, one of the cowboys made it out of there alive and told Ike and Billy Clanton that it wasn't a Mexican who took their father's life that day. They just assumed it was one of the Earps, and that little misunderstanding eventually led to that legendary gunfight at the OK Corral.
Oh. Okay, es ist eigentlich ganz gut, dass ich gerade nicht so viel reden muss. Ist echt angenehm gerade. Einfach ein bisschen erzählen lassen von denen und gut ist. So, nächste Schießerei bei der Sägemühle. Das lassen wir uns natürlich nicht hingehen.
A few weeks after that dust-up at the OK Corral, I was still after Johnny Ringo. I had tracked him and the cowboys to their hideout at a sawmill, and they were loaded for bear.
So, what exactly did Johnny Ringo do to piss you off?
Well, him and that other bastard.
Roscoe Bob Bryant?
Sekunde, ich muss mal eben kurz das hier ein bisschen leiser machen.
Promise, I'll tell you why. But first I need to tell you about the Cowboys' new boss, Curly Bill Brocious.
Herb's coming!
Get
Schön
ready,
Header aus
boys.
der Nähe.
You can run!
Curly Bill took charge of the Cowboys upon the old man's demise. And after that gunfight at the OK Corral, the
komm,
Clantons
zeigt
wanted
euch.
revenge.
And would somebody
So they murdered Morgan Earp and grievously wounded his older brother, Virgil.
So, wird ein Schuh draus.
Wyatt and
So,
Doc went on
darunter
what
kennen, wo ist er?
became known as the Vendetta Ride,
Ich sehe ihn
hunting
gerade gar
those
nicht.
outlaws down. So when I showed up,
Der da?
that's who they thought I was.
Oh, that had her.
Oh, that had er gar kein Kopfschuss gewesen. Alles klar.
It's you or me.
Da ist noch einer. So, dann habe ich hier aber auch nichts mehr. Dann geht's ab runter zur Sägemühle.
There were killers around every corner, all wearing red bandanas. That's how the Cowboys identified each other, and I was beginning to wish I had one myself. But I wasn't about to let Ringo walk away unscathed, and that's what drove me
Ich wollte eigentlich gar
forward.
nicht gut rücken.
They say that Ringo was infernally fast.
I hardly saw anyone faster, boy. Certainly not Wyatt Earp. That man was all hat and no cattle.
Earp wasn't much of a match for him, but Doc Holliday might have taken him.
Now you're
That lunger should have kept his
Schnell
nose
hier.
out of it.
Und dann
They never charged anyone for the murder of Morgan Earp.
But everybody knew that Curly shot him in the back. That was common knowledge.
da komme ich
Ja,
anscheinend
maybe
nicht
so.
lang. Dann dafür
But Ringo had nothing to
hier
do
lang
with it.
kurz.
He was just being loyal to a friend.
Is that what you call it? Being loyal. Well, to get to that loyal friend, I had to pass by some buzzsaws as big as a man.
Was war das denn?
Excuse me, sir. I have a question.
What's that, Dwight?
After old man Clanton died, why didn't his son take over the Cowboys?
Because Ike Clanton was dumber than a box of rocks and a yellow belly to boot. Now, where
Ist
was
hier
I?
lang, oder?
Taking down the entire cowboy gang single-handed.
Indeed I was, Jack.
Now you're really pissing me off.
Okay. Ich war auf einmal umzingelt. Das war nicht so prickelnd, aber... Das nächste, wenn ich jetzt gleich hier runterspringe, weiß ich, was auf mich zukommt. Komm.
Though it wasn't easy, as those boys had good cover.
Jetzt nachladen. So, nochmal so viele von hier mitnehmen, wie geht. Und wir es gleich ein bisschen einfacher haben.
Don't need no help to kill the likes of you.
Noch mehr? Ich dachte gerade ganz kurz, ich werde von hinten angeschossen.
There he is. Oh, now what?
Schnell hier hoch.
Catch him in the crossfire. Death is too good for a
Oh, fuck.
There were
So,
carts
noch ein
everywhere,
Schnappschuss.
piles of lumber, and God knows what else for people to hide behind. That really was one hell of a sawmill. Quite an impressive operation.
Er kann ja weiterreden, das ist ja alles gar kein Problem. Ranger mit Gravur, was haben wir hier? Nein, ich weiß. Wird Schaden während Konzentration. Ich habe meinen Ranger. Scharfschütze aus größer Distanz. Adlerauge. Visieransicht verlangsamt die Zeit. Oh, das nehme ich auf jeden Fall. Und dann gehe ich da runter, damit ich auch noch fertig bekomme. Weil schneller nachladen ist immer gut.